You know what? I just got done watching this crazy movie, alright? And I think I need to talk about it. But I can't talk about movies because I'm not a movie reviewer. But Creature with the Atom Brain, 1955. Welcome to Let's Chat Movies. Welcome to the first episode of Let's Chat Movies. Man, this show's been in the works for a long time. And man, it's finally out, guys. This is the first episode. Welcome. As you know, episodes will be coming out on Thursday and Friday. Today's Thursday. I hope, you dropped the kids off. You got home. You said, hey, look, Just Entertainment just dropped a new show. I gotta stay tuned. I gotta unpack it. Man, it's about to be a good time because we got a good horror movie today. Guys, y'all know I go through so many movies. As you know, I look at a playlist with thousands of horror movies, thousands of movies, and I always try to pick, okay, this is the best one. Lord. Today, we got for you today, Creature with the Atom Brain. This was a 1955 film, and as you know, 50s, 60s films always has this look to them, It's polished 30 movies. It's like 30s movies, but high quality. This is like 50s and 60s movies sometimes kind of felt like the 30s, if the 30s were like 2024 type level of movies. That's the kind of quality the 60s and the 50s, close to 60s movies have. And it's these really polished black and white, great audio, great shots, great this, great that, all that kind of stuff just really correlating together, and it just looks fantastic. Looks fantastic. So, let's talk about this. This is kind of a post-World War II, kind of the end of World War II. At the point people are hate Nazis and all that kind of stuff. As you know, with history and all that stuff. So this is one of those type of movies that was probably propaganda. Probably used to, sway some opinions against the Nazis, which rightfully so, let's be honest. But anyways, Creature with the Atom Brain, let's go over the plot. The plot is an ex-Nazi mad scientist uses radio control atomic-powered zombies in his quest to help an excel American gangster return to power. Now, I'm going to be honest with you, I didn't really get the whole gangster thing going on. I was like, what? Where's a gangster? Apparently, it's a guy that's kind of in the mafia suit looking, and he's just kind of like, whatever. It's whatever. It is whatever. But, yeah, I didn't read the description at all, but I'm glad they mentioned zombies, because that's what I was thinking. This felt like a Night of the Living Dead kind of mashed together with, like, these crappy 40s, 50s, these crappy, like, 60s, 70s, like, horror zombie movies. That's what it kind of felt like. It felt like a mishmash of that, because one hand you have uranium. Uranium is the thing that is making people be these zombies. It's this kind of like control they have. This kind of like, it's kind of explained in the movie, but they use uranium to simulate the brain, to make the brain do stuff for the other person, because the uranium's like making the brain feel good, all that type of stuff. And overall, I didn't, when I saw the cat go through it, I was like, oh man, this is like back in the day, bro. They probably used a real cat. But yeah, that's what it is. They're using uranium to control these dead bodies. These dead bodies, by the way, they kill the people, and then I guess they kind of puppet socket kind of them, and they have these sensors, and they try to make them like control. I don't know. It's kind of weird, to be honest. Top actors here, we have Richard Denning, which was Dr. Chet in the movie. He's the main guy. We had Angela Stevens, Dr. Chet's wife, this was kind of messed up. I always forget that when it's a 60s and 50s movies, the men are usually the biggest assholes you could ever see. Like, the wife is just basically their maid at this point, and, that was, like, how it was, I know. But it's still hard to see sometimes. It's pretty messed up. We had John Lunar as David Harris, which is Dr. Chet's, like, officer friend, the guy that's, like, the second main character in the film. I'm also going to talk about something that we're going to get into later, but, yeah, Dr. Chet and David Harris, they're the only ones that have critical thinking. Dr. Chet has all of the knowledge this whole movie needs, and then David Harris, he's like, he kind of gets it, he kind of doesn't. He still asks stupid questions, he still asks us stupid questions and all that stuff, but, hey, at least there's another character that's got some kind of knowledge of what's going on. Now, this was directed by Edward L. Kane. Sorry, I said that wrong. I don't know, or if I did say that wrong. He actually, after this movie, he actually made a lot of westerns. He went on to make those low-budget Western films that were like the craze in the U.S. back in a long time ago. So he went on to make a bunch of those kind of films. And it's kind of a shame because I'll be honest, even though there is a formula to these type of scientific monster / kind of detective, there's always a formula, as you know if you haven't ever watched these movies. There's always the scientist that knows everything. There's the officer that gets the scientist with the all congressmen, go with all the officers, and the officers are dumb. The guy is dumb. The other people are dumb, but the scientist, he's going to help them. He knows everything. And that's how these movies are usually set up. And then the crazy destruction is usually in, like, newspapers. They show newspapers of the events that's going on. And then it's the scientists saving the world, basically. That's how all these kind of 50s to 60s kind of scientific fiction, these science fiction movies kind of work here. This is like a science fiction / kind of horror film, and it really shows. It really has that. So, you're always going to get those. You're always going to see those, and that's how it usually works. So, yeah. Well, we're about to get into some facts, because there's some behind the scenes stuff that happened that I'm going to share with y'all that what happened in this movie. So stick around, stay tuned. Thank you so much for even listening. So yeah, we're about to get into some background information. Let's head over to that. Welcome back after the break. I mean, man, this movie was definitely interesting, and there was some behind-the-scenes stuff, which most movies have. Most movies, if you can find it, have some of the coolest, like, background, like, what happened during the film kind of facts. And this, we got a little bit. There wasn't much to find here. There wasn't much to really say here, but we got a few. One of the first films to use squibs to simulate gunshot wounds, which is pretty crazy, I'm not gonna lie to you. Director Edward L. Kane would go on to make Invisible Invaders, 1959, using the basic concept in the later film Invading Alien Inhabited and Reanimated in Corpses of Humans. Wow. Insane. And yeah, that's some behind the scenes right there. Not much to really, say, but hey, it's there. So, let's go over the whole movie, because it's time. It's time. All right. I've been holding off a little bit, but it is time to get into the movie. So, spoilers. I'm about to spoil the whole movie for you. You're about to know everything about the movie. You're gonna know everything. So, spoilers before we even continue. But this movie's been out for like freaking generations. So you better go check it out if you want to. Let's get into the movie. the movie starts out with this showing the Nazi lab, showing the two guys, and they wear these kind of weird bulky suits to not get the uranium, because the uranium actually hurts the crap out of you if you didn't know that. Even this Nazi scientist even complains in the movie that thank you for the suits because my arm's been hurting really bad. So they show that. They show the two guys that died in the beginning of the movie. Yes, there was a couple kills. There was like one kill. The guy that's been a zombie with a knife just, stabbed a guy in a car. So that's cool. And then we cut to the main people. We got Dr. Chet. Dr. Chet's seen the death and he's like, "Oh, something's going on here. There's some officers." And here's what I'm about to get into. The movie has a lot of explaining. It kind of feels like I'm dumb at times, because the movie will have these moments where it's just 5-10 minutes of some background information. Which that's fine, because a lot of these movies couldn't show what they were talking about most of the time. Because, how these old movies were. So we get these weird sit-down moments where all characters don't know anything. None of the police know anything. None of the freaking military. The military doesn't know everything. But Dr. Chet, Indiana Jones himself, knows everything what's going on here. And he's explaining the process. David Harris is with him and he's like, "Yo, bro, that's cool, but can we explain it even further?" Then he explains it further. The whole movie is like that. Explaining things, and that's how these usually movies work. Now, another film that had the same thing, which I forgot the title of, so sorry about that, but I forgot. It had the same thing, but the characters were enjoyable. The problem here is none of the characters really stand out. Dr. Chet stands out a little bit because he's an asshole. So I guess if you, I don't know, like hearing an asshole, I guess. But really, that's all that is. It doesn't have... There's not many characters that really just make you want to hear what they're talking about. You don't want to sit down and have a conversation with these people. Because to be honest with you, these guys are boring. They just go, "Oh, that's cool. Tell me more. Oh, that's cool. Tell me more." But it drags on. 5 minutes each. 5 minutes each. 5 minutes each. And then you're just listening to people talking. Just talking over and over and over again. Show me what's going on. Show me the zombies. Show me what the Nazis cooking up. One of the things I give the Frankenstein movies back in the day, yes, there was the same talking and all that stuff, but it showed Dr. Frankenstein actually doing the experiments, actually making the monster in the movies, showing them how they get the parts, how they get the body parts and all that stuff. How do they have all of that? They show the whole process. They will show you, that instead of explaining, they will show you what's going on. So, that's the only thing I really complain about here, because that's the whole movie, basically. Now, there's some funny moments, like the Penny. There's this girl named Penny, and it's Dr. Chet's daughter, and she's annoying. And it's kind of funny how she tries to get the attention of her parents, and her parents just don't care. They're just like, "Go play, Penny. Like, don't talk to me." Like, that's a funny moment. And actually, in the middle, this whole thing is happening, and the wife is really nervous, but Dr. Chet's like, "Nah." Even though the news is saying there's people infected with uranium running around, killing each other, Dr. Chet's like, "Nah, bro, it's okay. We're okay. We're going to just stay in here. There's nothing to worry about." And, man, that sucks. That sucks. His wife is just like, "Okay." I mean, even the point where when she's pouring him, again, she's like his maid. When he's pouring in a drink and she's like, "You want another drink?" Because they're about to leave. And he's like, "No, honey, I'm on duty." Okay, you already drink some vodka. Like, just because now you're on duty, it doesn't mean, like, before it was stupid. But even then, when he leaves, she freaking chugs it down. Because she's like, "Bro, This is crazy. Like, we could be killed. I could be killed any second because my freaking husband won't save me. It sucks. And even in the middle of the movie, kind of towards the end, the Nazi scientist is like, bro, talking to the gangster. He's like, bro, we need to get out of here, bro. We're doing too much damage, dude. They're going to find us. They're sending out planes and all that stuff looking for us. And he's like, nah, see, I got a plan. We're going to infect David Harris. So Harris gets it. All right, Harris turns into a freaking zombie. He's all monologued. He goes back to Chet's house, and Chet's not there, but his wife and Penny's there, and Penny's like, yo, what's up with you? Like, why won't you play the doll with me? And the funny part, I thought he was going to kill Penny for a second, because, look, I've seen the movie Hands, okay? The guy had no problem killing the kid in the movie Hands. So, I thought that was going to happen, but no, he just tore up her favorite doll, and she was freaking out. Because her doll got torn up to pieces, so that's funny. But yeah, I'll be honest, the movie kind of I like the destruction when it shows the newspaper, shows all the attacks happening. That looks really cool. Things are exploding, things look great, and all that stuff. The black and white really, really shows that, so I really enjoyed that. But to be honest, that's kind of it. It kind of just... So, the ending is something, I will be honest. The whole military, they use Harris to lead them back to the lab. So the whole military gets sent out, and they realize, oh, these guys are bulletproof, because they're already dead. So, the military and the zombies have a full battle. The military is getting absolutely pummeled. Chet and other freaking leader officers are just watching this whole thing unfold, watching the military lose. But, yeah, basically Chet runs in there, fights the scientist. It's a really good fight. They fight the scientists, they break the uranium machines, and then the zombies all fall, and then the movie just ends. And yeah, that's the whole movie. I'm serious, that's the whole movie. Like, that's all there is. So yeah, we're going to get into the final thoughts and all that stuff. But before we do that, you heard in the introduction, there's a special somebody. The music critic wants to be a part of the show. And, well, stay tuned. We're going to be drinking with the music critic. You like watching kills or horror movies? Well, I like drinking. And, well, I only have coffee to drink, but whatever you got to drink will work. Today, welcome to the Top Kills, Drinking with the Music Critic. Guys, I'm going to tell you something. I just got finished watching this movie called, Creature with the Atom Brain. And, you've heard all the film. You heard it all that type of stuff. But who really went over the kills? That's right. They didn't. They didn't go over the kills. So, today, how the game will work is, I will go over the kill. I'll tell you how, was it good? Did it look good? Did it feel good? Did it creep me out? Did it disgust me? Was it lackluster? I'm going to let you know that type of stuff. And while I name off each kill, you need to take a drink. So let's get into this, alright? Tell your wife to go downstairs. Tell your kids to go downstairs. Because you, sir, are going to be drinking with the music critic. Let's get into this gosh darn dang segment. And let's start off with the first kill that happens in the first of the movie. The beginning of the movie, they're in the car, they're zooming, boom, the police officers get in the car, blah, 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 guy you don't know in the beginning. Then bam! This guy comes in with a knife and just tackles him down, stabs him in the car, and how'd I feel about it? Take a drink, but I'm going to be honest with you. Kind of lackluster. I really wish there was gore in these movies, but I understand there's not really gore in these type of movies. But, it was okay. It was decent. It was kind of whatever. Another kill that happened was, they had the police officers all around, and they were all guarding around and stuff like that. Well, one of the police officers were one of the uranium zombies. And it's kind of this kind of awkward, kind of 50s kind of kill. Lord Almighty, I can't even understand it myself. But Yeah, it was okay. It was kind of whatever, but I mean, hey, it did what it did. Another kill that happened, I mean, towards the end, David Harris gets killed. They get him, they capture him, they turn him into a uranium zombie. Very disappointing that Harris was killed, but he got killed, and the kill was actually pretty cool. It's pretty cool to see him getting changed into a freaking uranium zombie. So I drink for that too. And overall, not much to happen. The final fight, the final kill in that moment was pretty good. The final fight had a good action to it. Good stuff like that. So I drink to that too. And I think that's all the kills in the movie. Well, anyways, I'm going to get out of here. I got to go. Yeah. Hope you had fun. Enjoy your Thursday night. I mean, enjoy the Thursday night. You better enjoy your Thursday night or Friday night or Saturday night, whenever you're listening to this episode. Lord Mighty. Anyways, thank you for joining. I'll see y'all later. Bye. Alright, we're towards the end. I know, guys. I know, it's about the end. So, let's go into what I liked and what I disliked and my final thoughts. What I liked about the movie, the filming was top tier. The 50s movie just had a good flow to it. The characters of Chet and David are good leads. They have a decent relationship. The kills were funny. I mean, everything here really came together. What I disliked, I don't like how everything is dumb, but Chet, I feel like if you're in the higher position in life, I feel like you research this stuff, you know about this stuff, you've at least watched the news about this stuff. Also, the Nazi scientist villain was pretty passive, not much crazy to him, you know. He was just kind of like, bro, let me out. And I guess that's why he's an ex-Nazi scientist. So my final thoughts. This movie, besides most of the characters being dumb and clueless, it was a fun, pretty good watch. It's a dumb, fun crime scientist Frankenstein movie. Guys, overall, I recommend you go check it out. Overall, I'd probably give this movie like a 7 out of 10. So 7 out of 10. Did you like this movie? Did you hate this movie? I don't know. Let me know. Thank you so much for checking out the first episode of Let's Chat Movies. I'll see you next week on a Friday. Anyways, we'll see y'all. Bye.